Hello and welcome to Stock Screener. Today we will be seeing 5 stocks that are forming a breakout retest pattern. So stick till the end of the video because I have some great picks for you. Alright, so let's get started. Before we begin, if you just want the stock names featured in the video, you can find them in the description below. You can get the list directly from there. However, if you can spare a few minutes, which I would request you to, and watch this video until the end, I think you will be genuinely amazed by how powerful and reliable the breakout retest pattern can be. Alright, so let's get started and analyze some of the charts that I have gathered for you. The first stock chart that I have to discuss with you is with ticker symbol CRDO. This is Credo Technology Group Holdings Limited. I have opened the chart on weekly time frame, and if you do have access to a device, I would request you to open the chart on weekly time frame as well for this ticker. Let's have a look at the chart on the screen. You can clearly see that the stock made a high of approximately $86.69 in January 21, 2025. Then on June 23, 2025, we got a breakout in the stock. After the breakout, the stock gave us a very good rally and then it pulled back and started falling. And then guess what happened? The breakout retest happened on March 30th, 2026. And you will be surprised to see that the stock picked up almost exactly from the breakout level of $86 and then rallied a massive 211% in a matter of just 12 weeks. So that basically means that the investment would have grown by more than 3 times in roughly 3 months. The setup is fairly simple. First, the stock establishes a resistance level, then it breaks above that resistance and gives us an initial rally. After that, it pulls back. Now, if the stock comes back to the same breakout level, which was previously acting as resistance, and that level starts acting as support, then the stock rallies from there and we get what is known as a breakout retest. And as you can see in the case of CRDO, sometimes these setups can lead to a very strong move in a relatively short period of time. This was the only first stock, and I have so many other charts to walk you through today. As we go through them, you will start noticing how often this pattern appears and why I pay very close attention to it. Next one is ticker symbol CVE and the time frame is monthly. You can clearly see that this stock made a high of $14.65 in November of 2017 and the breakout happened on 1st of October 2025. After that, the stock pulled back for a breakout retest on 1st of April 25 and then there was a massive rally of 139% over the next 14 months. So almost in a year, the investment resulted in a roughly 140% return. The next one is with ticker symbol TSM and I have opened the chart on the weekly time frame. Again, the previous resistance was $226.40 on 21st January 2025. The breakout happened on 23rd June of 2025 and the breakout retest happened on 18th of August 2025. The move we had after was 94%. Next chart is Apple, ticker symbol AAPL on weekly time frame. The resistance was formed on 4th September 2018 at a price of $57.42. Then the breakout happened on 7th October and the breakout retest happened on 16th March 2020. After that, we had a massive move of 140%. Next is ticker symbol AMAT on the weekly time frame. The previous resistance was formed on $69.44 and the date was 10th February 2020. The breakout date was 9th November 2020 and the breakout retest date was 10th October 2022. The move after that was 260%. Imagine that, 260% right from the level where the breakout had previously happened. This stock picks up exactly from there again. Next one is VNO on weekly time frame. Resistance was $34.48 on 8th of April 2002 and the breakout happened on 2nd September 2003 and the breakout retest date was 10th of May 2004. I would request you to definitely check the chart of this particular stock. Please check what the previous resistance was and then check the support price when the breakout retest happened. It's almost exactly the same. I am honestly not able to comprehend the accuracy of such moves, where the stock price comes back to nearly the exact same level and then springs back into action. This truly is remarkable. If you see the chart yourself, you will come to appreciate it even more. Again, this resulted in a massive rally of 190% later on. Yes, 190%. Next is ticker INVX on weekly time frame. This resistance was the resistance was formed in February of 2012 at $77.12. The breakout date was 14th January 2013 and the breakout retest date was 15th of April 2013. The move after the breakout retest was 55%. Now, it doesn't have to be weekly or monthly or longer time frames all the time. It happens on daily time frames as well. The only thing is, the shorter the time frame, the smaller the return you should generally expect. Let's take an example of AEVA. This stock made a resistance of $17.94 on 11th March 2026. Then we had a breakout on 12th of May 2026. And the breakout retest happened on 19th May 2026. This is on the daily time frame, and you can see that after the stock successfully retested the breakout level, within about 5 to 6 trading sessions it gave a move of 66%. Can you imagine that? Just 5 to 6 trading sessions and a 66% move. Once again, the price reversed almost exactly from the previous resistance level. I am honestly in awe of the accuracy of breakout retest patterns. And this does not only happens in stocks. Let me show you the chart of Bitcoin. You can see the Bitcoin chart on weekly time frame. The resistance date was 11th March 24, and then we had a breakout on 4th November 24, and the breakout retest happened on 7th of April 25. Again, within a relatively short period of time, we got a rally of 70% in Bitcoin. And not only Bitcoin, I have opened the chart of gold as well. This one is on the daily time frame. You can see that the previous resistance for gold was 20th October 2023, and then we got a breakout on 4th November 2024 and the breakout retest on 7th of April 2025. After the retest was successfully completed, gold rallied about 10% in a very short amount of time. So what I'm trying to say is that across all kinds of charts, whether it's stocks, cryptocurrencies, gold, or even Brent crude, or stocks from other stock markets, the breakout retest pattern is just amazing. I absolutely love this pattern, and I actively try to hunt down these setups myself. So why this specific breakout retest pattern occurs in almost all the charts that we have seen? There is a psychology behind it, and I'll try to explain you so that you will also be able to understand it clearly. Let's assume that there is a price level where sellers have previously dominated for a stock or any commodity. Every time the stock approached that level, it got rejected and moved lower. When a breakout finally happens, it essentially means that the sellers who were dominant earlier are no longer dominant, and the buyers have gained control over the stock. As a result, the breakout happens and the stock rallies to new highs. But then what happens? After a good rally, profit booking starts, right? Traders or investors who entered earlier may want to book some profits, and because of that, the stock price starts to dip. Now think about the buyers who originally bought the stock near that level. The reason they entered the trade in the first place was because they believed that the price was attractive or reasonable for that particular stock. So when the stock comes back to the same level again, there is a good chance that those buyers may once again find the stock attractive and decide to enter again. And if enough buyers step in at that level again, the old resistance starts acting as a support. If that support holds and stock starts moving higher again, we call that a successful breakout retest. So does that mean that breakout retest pattern always work and never fails? No, absolutely no, because this is stock market. Nothing is guaranteed here. Everything is probabilistic and nobody can predict the future with certainty. What I have observed though is that following certain rules can improve the odds. One rule I follow is that when the stock retest happens, the price should touch the previous resistance level and then close above it. On a weekly chart, the weekly candle should close above that level. On a daily chart, the daily candle should close above it. I prefer entering as close to the retest level as possible. For example, if the previous resistance was $100, I am generally comfortable entering around $102, $101 in that range. But if the price has already moved, let's say more than 3%, 4% from the breakout level, I usually stay away. The reason is simple. If my stop loss is 10% below the breakout level, entering 2 or 3 or 4% higher effectively increases my risk by so much. I want my entry as close to the breakout level as possible so that if the trade does not go in my way, the loss remains limited. There are a few other rules I follow as well. For example, I generally prefer the first retest after a breakout. So if a retest in a breakout stock has already happened once, I won't enter the trade if it's second or third retest attempt, because the more a level has been tested, the weaker it gets. Now the next question is, how do we actually find these stocks at the right time? And honestly, I tried looking for a solution myself on internet and everywhere I could get my hands on, but couldn't find exactly what I wanted to. So I had to build one myself. Because I come from an IT background, I am a computer science engineer. I spent almost 2 years developing a program that identifies stocks approaching breakout levels. Over time, I expanded it to include other screeners as well, such as breakout stocks, stocks at support, momentum stocks, and several other categories. I currently share these stocks on the channel every week. But if enough people find value in these setups and would like to access to much more such opportunities, we can explore other ways of doing it in the future. Do let me know in the comments. Alright, now that we have gone through the charts and seen how breakout retest works, let's move on to the 5 stocks that are currently retesting their breakout levels. Since I have already explained the pattern in details, I'll simply display the stocks on the screen with some background music. That's all from me for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I currently post 3 videos every week. The first covers stocks that have recently given a breakout. The second focuses on stocks forming breakout retest patterns. And the third covers a mix of stocks at support, momentum stocks, stocks that are close to giving a breakout, etc. All these stocks come from the screeners that I have built over the past few years, which I'm willing to share with you every week. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.